Do you have a repo which is not very organized, right? When we start coding, we don't write code in a proper structure, we do mistakes, right? And Copilot can help in rectifying those mistakes. So let's see some of the mistakes that are there in this file. If you see, there are some extra import, like I can simply delete it, I can check it out, what is the problem in that, right? Apart from that, if you see, there are majorly this Selenium related test in this, because I have used this for Azure DevOps for explaining end-to-end automation, like creating pipelines and all of that. But recently I added this code which is generated by GitHub Copilot. Plus you see that these logging statements are not like that much helpful, like starting Edge browser, starting Firefox browser. If you ask Copilot, it will also generate similar, because context is most important, right? Now what are the other problems? There are some function related to even odd number, print list differences, and this is not even following the correct naming convention, right? It's hard to read. Also there are like after method in this which is not needed, but explain that how to update Azure DevOps via automation in my YouTube series, I have added that here and here to make it simple. But let's organize this using GitHub Copilot in the minimum time. Let's begin. If you are coming first time on my channel, you can subscribe to this. This is GitHub Copilot series, I am doing it. Now let's quickly see the prompt that I have already written to save time. So what I have written is based on the type of test. I want that browser maths and string, they should be in separate classes. After suit and after method, generally they are in base class, but I have put it in a single class. Function names and variables does not look right, and I don't want to remove imports manually. It can do it, right? Also we can implement logging, because as of now I have only print statements and they are also not very helpful, right? Let me copy this prompt and paste it in VS Code, right? VS Code, it is very, now if you see here, there are two options coming, right? This is important. So earlier there was a separate extension called as GitHub Copilot Edit, right? Now they have removed that extension, and if you simply click here, you see two options. So I'll select the option Edit, because I want to do some editing. So I'll paste, I have opened some relevant files. This was the file where I wanted the change, plus I have opened some other files as well, like config loader, test, rest, right? We'll use that later, but let me add the prompt that I showed you, where I have mentioned the changes that I wanted, right? So it has used two references, as we know that we can customize this copilot instructions.java, right? So it is reading it, and if you see the changes that it has recommended, it has added this after method in the base test class, right? Also it has created another class called as browser test, and then it has created another class called as math operation. All of them is changed by logger.info. Now you don't see any print statements. And the other thing that I said, it was that the name should be proper. If you see that now it is following the proper naming convention, even odd, right? Earlier I have written all in small characters, which was difficult to read. Right, now you see that it has even added this as a separate thing, test result handler, instead of putting it even in the base class. So it has given me a lot of changes. Now it's my wish if I want to apply all of these changes, or whichever change I want to apply. So let's apply one by one. There is this button, apply. So it wanted me to create a new file. So the new file is created. Let me create here. So on the top, if you see, there is an option coming to new file. Again, I have made that change as well. So math operation, this one is already done. I clicked it again. Right, now another thing is result handler. So let's do this result handler as well. So if you see on the left side, the new files are getting created. These green things are the edits that has been done, or this is tracked by Git, right? So if we see now, the test result handler is also added. Finally, it is asking me to update the POM file, right? So this is the POM file, right? It wanted me to add this log4j and sl4j. If you see here, apply in editor, right? So if you see here, it is adding this here, and let's see if it has added or not added. If you see that these things have been added by it, I can click on this keep button and it has changed it, right? Let's see that whether the tests that were there specifically in my browser class. So this is that browser test class that it has created when I clicked on this button. If you see here now, it has changed, right? What I wrote, it has written in a better way, and then logger.info, it has print some information, so that because I wrote that the console statements or this logger should be in such a way that it can help me in debugging, right? So let me save all, so that all of these changes are there in Git. So if you see, it has added all of this file, and clicking this button, even I can generate a commit message, right? So did you saw that how easy it was to make the changes to your existing frameworks and all, right? And let's run it, because there are chances that a test might not work, right? So you always have to review whatever AI has made the changes, because they could be wrong as well, right? So you see that now it has written the code, I have to understand it if I don't know how things are happening here, right? So the test is opening on my other screen. Let it launch the another browser. Let me see what is the failure. It is telling that no such file. Okay, let me show you the tests are running. So this is my other screen where it has opened the browser, right? So the tests are running in the browser test class. Open in Chrome was successful. Open in Edge is still running, and here you see open in Edge. This is the another test. So I was just opening my blog because the intention of this is more focused on Azure DevOps. But you see that how easy it is with, you just have to change it to edit, right? And then all of the things that you will see, right? And here we can see the history of what we did last time, right? Refactoring Java test classes. So this is what we did, and it has done the changes. I'll check that what is this failure. So that also you can even fix with. So the failures that are come, that also you can fix it with Copilot, right? So let's see that what is the failure. So if you see, all tests have been ran successfully. This file, there is a problem, right? That problem was existing, right? Because we did not fix this, we can even fix it. So let's ask to fix this test as well, right? I see that I think there is some path issue, right? So let me ask, like I can open inline chat here, which we have seen in the previous video. So I will say fix, or even if I just write fix also, then also it will happen, unless I want to specify something, right? So Copilot is checking now. So it is asking that, okay, if the file does not exist, you can apply a try catch. So which I accepted now, right? So if you see that it has added this try catch, if the file is existing or not existing, accordingly it will take care. So let me run this. So again, I think while accepting the code, we did not, there is again an error. So let's see fix using Copilot. Right, so it has removed that code because that try catch was extra thing, right? Let me run it, and this was the earlier, like I think there is another class where I have used again for Copilot and sorry, for ADO and all. So let's see if the test is fixed now. If you see, it is fixed now. So we have removed the problem even in Copilot using the same. So similar problem is coming here, which can again be fixed. Select all of this code, open the inline chat, and then just say fix. Yeah, you can say fix, and then it has made the changes. Let's accept it. So Copilot can do certain mistakes as well. If you see now, like it has added these things. So these things are not needed these days, right? So it has taken code from some old repo. Let me delete this because Copilot can do mistakes. That's why you should know stuff as well, right? So I deleted those two things which it has added, and let me rerun the case. So if you see, all of the tests have been successful, and I can again generate a commit message and push it, right? So now I'll raise a PR and I'll share the PR link in the video. You can see that how quickly I edited this existing repo, right? Very fast. If you see here it is already coming, right? It is also Copilot enabled, right? So I'm raising this PR, let's say Gaurav Copilot, and I'll share the link in the description of this video. Do check out that in this small time how we have done a lot. Let's quickly see here as well, because I'll merge that. So in the last video we saw that how this beautiful documentation is done by Copilot. This time we'll compare and see this pull request which we have covered in this video. Right, so last time some tips got added by mistake, so I have removed that. It has added these dependency for logging, right? And this is try catch exception that it has added. So this was not needed. I'll remove this, right? We don't need to add Chrome driver with the latest Selenium version. So you have to be careful with all these things. It has created this test based class which was not present in my framework. It has separated this after method, right, which was in the main class browser test. It has separated. All of this is written by it. It has fixed these functions which we have asked for it. So you see how quick it was, and start using it. It's free. Try on your private repo so that you can learn, and then you can recommend in your company to start using AI, because it can make you a lot of productive. Thank you for watching. Do like this video. Thank you.